It's great having you today as we make this fondant recipe. We need the following items: 1 kg and 500 grams of icing sugar. We need 1.5 teaspoon CMC, 1.5 tablespoon gelatin, half cup of glucose. We need our measuring cup and spoons, and then we need our sieve and mixing bowl, then our small heat safe bowl, then our food color. Then these are the procedures. Please be careful not to miss any of these procedures. Each part is very important. Now, the first thing is sieving the icing sugar. You don't want lumps. Anytime you don't sieve your icing sugar, there is every assurance that you will end up with lumps in your fondant, and we don't want that. Fondant is supposed to be smooth and easy to use. Now, into the sifted icing sugar, we'll be adding in 1 teaspoon and half of CMC. Then you want to mix it, use your hand to make sure they are properly combined together. Then you set it aside. You get your half cup of water, add it into the safe bowl, and then the bowl is, I mean, it is safe for heat. Then into that water, you're going to be adding 1.5 tablespoon of gelatin. The first one was the 1 tablespoon. I'm now adding the half tablespoon of gelatin. Then I to make it easier to absorb, because we need the gelatin to proof with the water. I just pressure it in with the water so that it will properly proof. I leave it aside for 5 to 7 minutes. Now, into another half cup, we'll be getting half cup of glucose. You see, this is how glucose looks. I take my time to add the picture and this so that it will not be difficult when you go to buy. You know what they are giving you. Now, our gelatin has proofed. Into it, we are going to do the double boiler method, where you get your pot of hot water, you put it, and then you also um keep on mixing your gelatin. When it is almost fully melted, you add in the glucose, the half cup of glucose, into the melted gelatin. Now you keep on mixing until both these two ingredients are well melted, well combined, they form one single liquid. Now, this is our secret ingredient. I realized making my fondant without this white food color, it usually doesn't come out as bright as I want it to be. So um I decided to use this food color, and I tell you, it's like it became a game changer for me. Now, when it is still lukewarm, not cold, please, you add in the gelatin and glucose mixture, make a well in the icing sugar, and then you start mixing. You want to set aside, just fetch little and keep aside. You will need it later on. Just keep on watching the video and see. Now, in your mixing bowl, you want to mix. I've seen a lot of people mix it all through in the bowl, and which is very, very okay. But sincerely, I feel the bowl kind of restrains me. So what I always do is that I'll now pour it on the surface. As usual, my surface is very clean. I don't joke with cleaning of my surface. Now, since it's already clean, I just and then begin to knead it. Kneading is, you use the end of your palm. I don't know why. I think your palm, then the end of it, not the fingertip end, but the one that is close to your wrist. That is the hard part. That is what you'll be using to be pushing it. That is the kneading process. You'll be kneading it. Now, at this point, because this is the raining season, if it was in normal time, like dry season here in Nigeria, is a very hot country. So if it's there by this time, the fondant will just be okay. But because of the weather, I still needed to add that remaining icing sugar. Now I put this in slow motion so that you see the kneading process. You pull, you push with your what do I call it? Palm, end of your palm. You keep on doing that until everything is incorporated into your fondant. Now, our fondant is almost ready, but I still keep on kneading it. Why I keep on kneading it is to make sure that the CMC I added and every other thing is completely, circulated all around the fondant. Now, what you saw me adding is shortening. Shortening. I think in Nigeria, some people call it Crisco. I hardly want to use this opportunity to thank all my returning subscribers. Like, thank you so much. You are the real MVPs, and I sincerely, from the depth of my heart, appreciate all your continual support for sharing my videos, coming back, and then watching my videos, watching also the adverts and everything. It's because of God and because of you that I am monetized today, and I sincerely don't take it for granted. Thank you so much for your support. And to those that have just newly subscribed to my channel, thank you. You're welcome to Joyous Cakes and More, where learning takes place. Thank you so much. Feel free. You have any question, any contributions, please feel free to always put it in the comment section. I will try all I can to answer your questions. Now, this is our fondant. I wrapped it in cling film, also added it in another um dark cellophane bag or any cellophane bag at all. If you don't have cling film, just wrap it in a nylon and keep in an airtight container. Allow it to rest for at least 24 hours. Except for an emergency, you can leave it for 4 to 5 hours before you use, but it works best if you allow it to rest for 24 hours. It will be so nice for you to work with. So thank you. I hope you try it, and then I'm waiting for your feedback. Bye and have a great day.